In this lesson, you're going to learn about functions. The time it takes you to get to your destination is a function of how fast you travel. So the faster you travel, the earlier you reach your destination. So reaching your destination is a function of your speed. So your speed affects how long the trip will take. So what is a function? A function is a relationship that assigns exactly one output value to each input value. For example, let us take this. Y is equal to x plus 5. Now let us see what is the relationship between x and y. If I give the value of x, say 2, what will be the output of this? Y will be equal to 2 plus 5, 7. And y will only have the value 7. So for each input, you get exactly one output. So is this a function now? Yes. So a function is a relationship that assigns exactly one output value to each input value. A function rule is an equation that describes a function. So this y equal to x plus 5 is a function. And what is the rule? The rule is for any input which is given to x, 5 is added to it, and the output will be the y value. So that is a function rule. To encourage recycling, some states require a 5-cent deposit on drink containers. The total deposit you pay depends on how many containers you buy. So depending upon the number of containers you are buying, you will deposit that much amount of money. You can describe this relationship with a function. So let D be the amount of deposit you will pay. So D is the amount of deposit you pay. And for every container you purchase, how much is the deposit you're paying? 5 cents. 5 cents is nothing but 0.05. And let's see be the number of containers you take. So C is the input value, because depending upon the number of containers you buy, you have to pay so much of deposit. So D is the output value. And D is equal to 0.05 times C. Is this now a function? Yes, because for every input, you will get exactly one output. So D is equal to 0.05 C can be said as a function rule. Complete the table of input-output pairs for the function rule D is equal to 0.05 C, where D represents the deposit in dollars and C represents the number of containers. So this is the function rule. D is equal to 0.05 C. D stands for deposit in dollars and C stands for the number of containers. So let's draw a table where we have over here the number of containers, and over here we have the output value D in dollars. So if you buy 6 containers, what is the deposit you will make? It will be 0.05 times 6. And that's going to be 0.30. If you buy 12 containers, you will deposit 0.05 times 12, and that will be 0.60. If you buy 24 containers, you will deposit 0.05 times 24, and that will be $1.20. So that is how you apply the rule of this function to fill in this table. The function notation is a shorter way of writing word descriptions. So if we have word sentences, let us write them in a shorter way, and that is called function notation. For example, let us take this word sentence. Total cost of S smoothies is price times S. Now this is a lengthy statement. Let's try to reduce step by step and write it as a function notation. Look at the second sentence, how it is reduced. Total cost of S smoothies, let's just place it in the bracket, is changed to equal. Price, let us say the price is $2.25. Times has been changed to the multiplication sign point and S. Let's reduce this further. Total cost. Instead of writing of S smoothies, it is just in the bracket S. Equals. Instead of showing the dollar sign, we can just write 2.5 times S. Now let's write it finally. Let S, what does S stand for? It stands for the number of smoothies. And what does T stand for? It stands for the total cost. Stands for the total cost. So let's write the whole thing in a function notation. T of S is equal to 2.5 times S. How do you read this? It is read as T of S. Total cost of S smoothies is 2.5 times S. This is called a function notation. So again, how do you read this? T of S is equal to 2.5 times S, which means the total cost of smoothies is 2.5 times the number of smoothies you purchase. A smoothie costs $2.5. Use the function rule T of S is equal to 2.5S. Find the total cost of 3 smoothies by finding the output value T of 3. So what is the rule? T of S is equal to 2.5 times S. Now how many smoothies are we looking for? We are looking for 3 smoothies because the question says find the output value of T of 3. So S stands for 3 now. So T of 3 is going to be equal to 2.5 times 3 because S is 3, and that is going to be equal to 7.5. So T of 3, the total cost of 3 smoothies is going to be 7.5. Let's try one problem. Suppose if the function rule is f of x is equal to negative 4x plus 12. Find f of negative 7. How will you do that? So what is the value of x given? Negative 7. So f of negative 7 is equal to, instead of x, you'll plug in negative 7. So negative 4 times negative 7, because x is negative 7, plus 12. Simplify. Negative 4 times negative 7, 28, plus 12. And that is going to be 40. So f of negative 7 is equal to 40. Let's try another. Use the function rule f of x is equal to negative 4x plus 12. Find f of 3. So what is the value of x given now? 3. So f of 3 is equal to negative 4. The rule is negative 4 times x is 3 now, plus 12. So f of 3 is equal to negative 4 times 3 is negative 12 plus 12. And that is going to be equal to 0. So f of 3 is 0. Let's use function notation. Suppose you go to the pet store and buy several fish at $2 each. Use function notation to show the relationship between the total cost and the number of fish you buy. So you must show a function relationship between the total cost and the number of fish you buy using a function notation. Identify the variables you use. So let us build the problem step by step. Total cost will be equal to $2 because every fish is $2 times the number of fish bought. So this is a word sentence. Let's try to go on reducing this. Let n be the number of fish bought because that is going to be the input. Let f of n be the total cost. N stands for the number of fish bought. So function f of n is equal to 2 times, because 2 is the cost of each fish, times n, the number of fish bought. So finally we can write the function f of n is equal to 2n. So what will be the cost, total cost, if you buy 10 fishes? So f of 10 is going to be equal to 2 times 10, which is going to be $20. So the total cost of 10 fishes will be $20. What will be the total cost if you buy 6 fishes? So f of n, that is f of 6, will be equal to 2 times 6, which is $12. So the total cost of 6 fishes will be $12.